Oh, yeah. Look at that. 7 inches of pleasure right there. And we're going to smoke it. We're going to set it on fire. Yeah. Haha. Yep, 7 inches of pleasure. Look at that beast. Look at that. Trinity Limited, New York City. Canadian style pipe. That bowl is 1 inch in diameter, 2 inches deep, and 7 inches long. You have over 5 inches of briar that this baby has to go through before it goes into your mouth. And I'll tell you what, that's the last pipe cleaner that I put through this one. The first 20 that I did came out like with tar and everything all over them. So we're going to set her on fire. Yeah. Happy Friday, everybody. Yeah. It's the 26th of July, 2024. Yeah. Let's set it on fire right now. So grab your favorite pipe, grab your favorite blend, and grab your favorite beverage. Let's have a smoke together. Yeah. Cheers. From the Paul Gilson YouTube channel, and you know who I am, Paul Gilson, aka Paul the Pipe Guy. So we've got some GLP's Maltese Falcon in her, and I'll tell you what, I hope I have more of this in my cellar. Latakia Rich. There we go. Yeah. Now I haven't deghosted this one yet. Alright. But I reamed her all out and I cleaned that shank all out. It was filthy. Oh, wow. What a cool, relaxing smoke. So I have 3 of these. They're $70 a piece. I got a good deal on them. I should be charging $100. $70 a piece. I've got 3 of them, or if you want all 3, they're triplets. If you want all 3, you can have them for $180. You know that I'm going to list them. That is a big piece of briar. That's huge. I don't taste any ghost in this at all. And you may say, hey, Paul, what's a ghost? Well, when you buy a vintage estate pipe, a lot of times they have what's called a ghost in them. In other words, whatever the dead guy that owned these pipes before you do, and I mean that because all these estate pipes belong to guys that are dead. They're all dead. So the ghost basically is what they smoked in their pipe before that sunk into the briar. It's aged, it's soured, it became bitter. The tar is aged, became bitter, and it just tastes terrible. So to get rid of that, you have to do what's called a salt and alcohol treatment, which is actually a pretty simple procedure, but not on Canadian style pipes. You got to plug that hole up. You got to fill this hole. You got to. I won't get into it, but there's a lot involved. And I don't think I've got one bowl that comes close to this size. This pipe I could smoke for 3 smoke-togethers. Oh, yeah. So you put the salt in. Don't try this with table salt. Look up how to deghost a pipe with salt and alcohol. There's special salt you have to use, and there's special alcohol. If you use regular table salt, it's going to expand and explode your pipe. So just don't do it unless you watch a video on it. Oh. I could just picture myself sitting out on a boat or along the Erie Canal here in upstate New York, or by Lake Ontario here in upstate New York, just watching the sunset and smoking this beauty. And it smokes phenomenal. And it's for sale. Yes. So I have one of my subscribers. He lives in Vancouver, Canada. And he really liked a pipe that I have. I'm selling it really on the cheap side. I can't show you now because I'm deghosting it. And so he's like, we were texting each other last night for a bit, and it's like, man, I don't know how much it's going to be for shipping. I mean, I offered free shipping in the United States, but when you get into the UK, or you get into going over to the Canadian border, it goes up. And he's like, well, it should only be $6 or $7. He said, let me stop by the post office. So I have this receipt here. And actually, I said, look, I'm going to send a very light tobacco pipe in a small box. Well, the guy weighed it in at 4 ounces. Well, I didn't have the box and the pipe there, but he said, okay, let's say it weighs, he didn't even say, let's say it weighs 4 ounces. He just said, okay, well, if it's real light, blah, 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 it'd be $17. I got the receipt right there. So, of course, I text my friend and tell him, hey, normally I can ship one pipe for like $5. And I was going to do that for free, but and he's on a budget, and that's I understand that. I'm on a budget too. So then I get home and I'm looking at the receipt. I sent him a picture of it, and then I'm like, 4 ounces? Holy shit. You could probably send 10 pipes for that, so I just texted him and said, hey man, here's what I discovered on the receipt. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't have the pipe or a box, It's deghosting right now. So I said, anything short of the $17, because they said, look, I'll give you the pipe for this price, plus, I'm going to need to get this because of the shipping. But if it's anything, whatever it is below $17, I'll reopen it up right there at the post office and slip in some cash. You know, it's important to be honest, but you can't lose money either, or you can't break even, or you can't prepare a pipe and make 25 cents an hour. I got the quality on my process down, and now I'm getting certain things in place where I can do multiple pipes at the same time, and so therefore it takes less time. So instead of making $2.50 an hour, I might be making $4 an hour now. This pipe is not overheating. Well, no, she's starting to get a little warm on the top. When I feel her down on the bottom, that's a big bowl. If you were just sitting here sipping on her like this, you could smoke this pipe for probably 2 hours. So I don't clench my pipes. So the basket case, actually I had one of my subscribers, again I should have written his name down. Thank you very much. If you're watching, you'll know who you are. This one didn't have the end on it. Somebody sawed it off, and he says, get one of the rubber ones. And I've got a few of those around the house. So I put that on there. That's how the K-Woody turned out. Yeah. Took the bowl height down 3 millimeters, smoothed her out. She's still a little rough on the front, but I don't want to take her down anymore, you know. I'm happy with that. She came out beautiful. I'd be happy with that in my collection. And the guy said, hey, I'm going to send it along. You can keep it or throw it out. I was like, no. Every K-Woody is worth saving. So thank God it's Friday. So I've got 3 of these gorgeous 7-inchers with 1-inch diameter bowls, 2 inches deep. One sitting here in the pipe rack, looking stupid, waiting to get polished and ghosted, and the whole thing that I do to them. The other one, she's already been reamed out. She's up behind me. She's getting ghosted right now. And then we'll put a couple more layers of carnauba wax, coats of carnauba wax on her, and she'll be done, ready to roll. This is good, man. This pipe smokes unbelievable. I got to keep one of the 3 for myself. Unless somebody says, all right, I'll give you $180 for 3 of them. That one, though, this has got to go in my collection. It really does. What a truly great smoker. Well, I'm going to take a break for a nanosecond because I got to piss. Yeah. Be right back. Oh, yeah. That pipe is staying nice and cool. I didn't see any factory. I took this out in the sunlight. I didn't see any factory fills on that, which is unbelievable for a piece of briar that's 5 inches wide. Pipe 7 inches long with the stem. Oh man, when I came down, the room note on this Maltese Falcon, oh, just unbelievable. This is probably one of the best smokers I have in my entire collection of over 200 pipes. Oh, I just feel so relaxed right now. I should have stopped at the liquor store and got some bourbon. I might just do that because, I don't know, I've been puffing here for 3 hours and I've only had 2 beers. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. Mm-hmm. Who wants the Extendo smoke together? I'll be right back in a nanosecond. Oh yeah. So we got some Michter's small batch Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. 45% alcohol by volume. Which means I think it's 90 proof. Yeah. Oh yeah. And it says #1 in the USA. Yep. USA 1. Oh yeah. So there we go. And we're going to pour ourselves 2 or 3 fingers. We'll be right back in a nanosecond. Oh yeah. Look at that. In a gorgeous glass. One rock. There we go. Yeah. Cheers. That's really, really good. But you got to be careful of the stuff. It will kick your ass. Yeah. I'm loving this pipe. Oh yeah. Loving this blend. Oh man, that bourbon just feels, I took just one little sip. It's like going down warm and sweet. Oh yeah. Nice and smooth. Oh. I'll tell you what. If you like a mild Latakia blend, you'll love this GLP's Maltese Falcon. It's just a great smoke, especially smoking it out of a freaking monster long Canadian pipe with a huge bowl. She hasn't once overheated, and I scraped this down to bare wood. Oh, that's so good. Oh man, love the color of that. Look at the color. Let's take just another little sip. Nothing heavy duty. Just enhances the taste of this Latakia in this tobacco. Thank God it's Friday. Oh, man. So we got Garrett's pipe all polished up there, man. Look how that baby came out. It was red. I got like a little, let me put this other pipe down. I have like a little, if you look very closely in the crotch of this pipe, I've got like, it might be 5 millimeters where I couldn't get with a wheel. But carnauba wax melts at 175 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to melt just a little bit up, get in there with a little brush, polish her up. I could just take, my Decatur pipe shield and put it in there, but that's cheating, man. When somebody's paying you money to do something the right way, yeah, I could get away with that, and he'd smoke it for a month or so and be like, he might not even notice. Or he might say, geez, that seems kind of dried out there a little bit right at the crotch of the pipe. I don't cut any corners. That's the way I was brought up, and that's the way I will always be. That's going to get carnauba wax in there and buffed. Otherwise, I would have sent your pipes out today, Garrett. Cheers. And my friends Eddie and Brandy, they like their cigars, and Eddie likes his pipe, and they like bourbon. And I was talking with him the other night, both him and his wife at the same time. I was like, oh man, they sent me a picture of a cigar sitting over the bourbon glass, but it was like 11 o'clock. It was like, I wish I had a glass of bourbon, Very light little sips. Yeah. Otherwise, that stuff will wreck you. My first name is Richard, which the nickname is for Richard is Dick. So, if I was to freaking pummel this stuff down, they'd be calling me Rip Dick the next day, Yeah, I don't want that nickname. No. Rip Dick. Hey, Rip Dick, how you doing? Do you remember last night? The thing is, stuff like bourbon and whiskey and real clear spirits won't give you, if you drink enough of it, you're going to have a horrible hangover. But you drink stuff like rum that's full of sugar, you get hammered on that, man, you're going to have one hell of a headache and a hangover the next day. But I do believe in drinking responsibly. Oh, yeah. This is so good. My gosh. How cool would it be if somebody bought one of these Canadian pipes, which I have triplets? I'm smoking mine and they're smoking theirs. You know, we're having a smoke together. Smoking the exact same pipe. Well, shit, I got enough in this bowl, man, to do like a whole nother smoke together. But we're not going to do that. We've been rambling on here for almost 26 minutes. Cheers. God bless you all. Love one another. Happy smokes. Paul the Pipe Guy. Over. And out.